What's more important, gallons per minute or PSI? Well, let's explore that topic together. Pressure and flow. So what are we really talking about? We're talking about pounds per square inch or PSI and gallons per minute or GPM. Pounds per square inch is the force, how hard it's coming out of the gun. And GPM, or gallons per minute, is how much water is actually processing through that gun at any one moment. They both are very important, and we're going to break it down and talk about each one separately, so let's get into it. So gallons per minute, it's about how much water is processing through your system and leaving the gun. Water is very important because it's what washes away the dirt. It's what moves the contaminant or the debris away. So you need to have a certain amount of GPM. And when you think about it, light GPM, which is 1 to 2 gallons a minute, maybe 3 gallons a minute, is really for light residential work, cleaning a boat, cleaning your motorcycle. Then you get into residential cleaning, which really is going to take that 5 to 8 gallons a minute. Works optimally through your surface cleaners. They're generally made to work at that kind of GPM, and it's a good in-between point so that you're not putting too much water down that you now have to spend a lot of time managing how you get that water to go away or even reclaiming that water. Then you get into industrial work where you're going to need a lot of water. Let's say you're cleaning a tractor or a front end loader and it has a ton of mud on it. A lot of GPM is going to wash that dirt away pretty quickly, especially balanced with some pretty high pressure. But it's about moving the dirt away, and that's why GPM is very important and needs to be considered when you're either getting into your business or when you're looking at what you're going to clean. PSI, pounds per square inch, it's all about the power, and everybody gets caught up in the power. It's only one half of the equation. So let's talk about pounds per square inch. You know, your light duty residential type pressure washers, 1,000 to 3,000 PSI. That's really meant for cleaning. And why is PSI important? PSI is basically the mechanical action of cleaning. So it's how hard it hits the surface and bounce off and takes with it the particulate or whatever you're trying to clean, the stain. So let's talk about the surfaces that you're cleaning and why PSI is important. Again, it's the mechanical action. It's the actual force that's blowing away the debris and the detritus that you're trying to get off of your cleaning surface or the surface you want to clean. It's not always about more power. More power is going to damage softer surfaces, woods, siding. It's actually a little bit too much power will actually etch concrete, and now you've ruined it. And the person you're doing the work for is not going to be happy with you. So you really got to understand PSI and not get over involved in that's the most important number, because it's not. So let's talk about light duty. That's 1,000 to 3,000 PSI. You're really not going to hurt too many surfaces, especially if you're staying 6 to 8 inches away. It's a good starter. Again, nice residential unit. You get in that 3 to 5,000 PSI machine, now you're talking your contractor level. That's what you really need for your business. It's going to give you enough of the light stuff. It's going to be strong enough to really work surface cleaners and other tips. So that's a great starting machine. And above that 5,000 PSI, now you're talking industrial. There's a higher potential for damage with those. You don't really need that in the residential and general commercial cleaning business, but if you're doing a lot of fleet washing and some things like that, a little bit more PSI is actually a good thing, especially if you need high pressure but you can't get close to it like the top of a truck and all that. You got to manage your distances a lot better. You got to be super careful. So realistically, for contract cleaning, base cleaning, you're in that mid range that we just talked about. So look for machines that have that and you'll be in good shape. All right, what's more important, GPM or PSI? And the answer is, you want to know what makes us tick? It's living up to our vision. It gets us excited. Our vision at Power Wash Academy and PowerWash.com, for over 50 years, it's been to empower an industry and help DIY, commercial, and industrial cleaners succeed. So if this makes you have any questions, call us, email us, reach out. We're here for you. That's our job. That's what gets us excited, helping you succeed. What's more important, GPM or PSI? And the answer is, they're both important. So remember, if you're doing light duty like residential cleaning, you're going to want something with low PSI and low GPM. So again, those are really meant for residential homeowners and DIYers. It's a little bit safer. They're not going to have a high risk of damaging things, but it has enough mechanical force to knock off the dirt and enough GPM to wash it away. Now let's talk about mid-grade, which is really where your contractor's journey starts. Now you need somewhere in the mid-grade about 4,000 PSI to 6,000 PSI and 4 gallons a minute, upwards of 8 gallons a minute. That's your middle ground where you have to have a great amount of skill so that you won't damage things. But again, it's not so high pressure, it's gonna damage stuff. And then, you wanna think of the PSI like the hammer and chisel. It's the mechanical force that's knocking off the dirt. And the GPM is a little bit softer, but it's washing away the dirt. It's carrying enough volume to pick up all that dirt and move it off the surface. So the two together is very important. And then you have the industrial side. That's a 10 gallon a minute machine, over 8,000 PSI. And again, if you're already using that, you've tuned out because this video wasn't for you anyway. If you're a contract cleaner and you're ready to take the next step, that's really a very industrial machine that's going to help you get some bigger jobs, fleet cleaning, especially cleaning tractors, trailers, things like that. Thank you for watching and have a great day. If you need anything or you just want to talk more about this subject, we're here for you at PowerWash.com. Give us a call.